Hello there folks, my name is Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 206 of Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Right, where we left off, we died. Not surprising to be honest, we are trying to take down these Zamor ruins right now, and this is a pretty tough set of ruins. Obviously it is jam-packed with Zamor. And birds? And birds, okay. Yeah, there are birds up there, so yeah, that's normal. I guess we can stop by up here, and yeah, you can see there is a bird there. Oh, there's multiple. Where'd the other one go? Oh, you got stuck over there, fucking idiot. I'm gonna take your loot, and you can't do anything. Yeah, I got your slivers of meat. What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you fucking idiot bird? Oh, you think you can fly? No, this is a no-fly zone, as enforced by the United Nations and, NATO or something. I don't fucking know. All I know is I'm shooting this bird and he's gonna die. Oh, I feel kind of bad when I hit him in the head though. He tries so hard, gets so far. There we go. Oh. Sorry, I'm making banging noises. I pushed my footrest all the way to the back of my desk and had to pull it back. Even if you don't hear me fidgeting with stuff, or if I don't have my hands ready to fidget with stuff, I'll find some way to fidget because I'm a fidgety type of person. Oh. Do you know how to fly and get up small ledges? Because, oh, you do! Man, I remember when these white warhawks weren't actually in the codex. It's actually surprising to me that they are in the codex now. I don't remember them being in the codex in the past. God damn it! Will you stance break? I'll just do that, I guess. That works. Not sure what's so special about that bush. There's two of them guarding it, but hey-oh. It's fine. And I think we're doing this for a rune piece, if I remember correctly. I think there's one on top of the gate? I'm not too sure though. Maybe one actually just up here, I'm really not too sure. Because I can't see any from this side. Oh no, there's just a rune piece sitting up here. Cool. And a Trina Lily, of course. Also, this is the back of the Zamor ruins here, so we died not too far away. You can kind of see there's two there. And yeah, I forgot where the third one was. I thought the third one was hanging around this area, but no, they're actually sitting over there, kind of discreetly. So, yeah, got kind of caught off guard. And yeah, you can see there's one down here as well, so I think let's go from this way, and because we've taken out the ones on the other side before. Are there two here? There are. Oof. That's pretty nasty. I wonder if I can bow cheese. I mean, I kinda can. They can't do their frosting up cliffs. So, that's definitely something to note. I mean, I'm gonna abuse this because, yeah. If they don't have a way to get to me, if their pathfinding isn't there, and their frosting can't go up this high, then yeah, why not? I mean, is this cheese, or is this just using what the game gives me? The game gives me a bow, and the ability to craft arrows, and makes it so these enemies don't know how to pathfind around to me. Although this one's wedging themselves in a corner, making themselves hard to hit. Yeah, they're reacting early to my bow shots as well, which is interesting. That was interesting. Not gonna lie. Being able to do that. Right, yeah, actually let me craft more arrows because yeah. I wonder, can I do that to cheese those other ones? Because that would be nice if I could. I guess we need to go a little bit further out. There we go. Cool. I've never really tried this before because in normal gameplay they're bad, but they're not bad enough for me to try this. Yeah, so if I get a bow shot off while I'm queuing up, well, if I'm queuing up a bow shot while the first one's going off, they won't be able to dodge it, because they can only dodge once. So, huh. You know, I think since I spent 2 hours fighting one in the beginning of the game, I'm allowed to do this. Yeah, they're the bastard. Gotta wait for him to come over this way a bit more. I think bows are the most overpowered thing in all of ERR, if I'm being 100% honest, because they cheese the mobbing quite severely, and they don't really have much of a cost associated with them, unlike the spells. Spells, you're limited by your FP, so... And you need high requirements for the really good spells, so... Aww. I think for boss fights, obviously bows aren't very strong, but for situations like this, like, yeah. I'm gonna find an update and it's gonna have fixed this. Their frost thing's gonna travel up cliffs in the future. Or they're gonna have a way, they're gonna know to be able to jump up here. I think it's because bows shoot faster because of perfect actions. Perfect actions make it so bows shoot faster, so you can deal with their dodging. So you can actually reliably hit them. That's why it works. I imagine that wouldn't work in vanilla because you wouldn't be able to hit them reliably. Awesome. I think if you were to do that to a boss, I think that would be cheese. But doing that to an enemy, I don't consider that cheese. I just consider that using the environment to your advantage. Some more Ice Storm. Really fun spell. Not one I used very much, but very fun spell. Oh, there's still more. Okay. There's those some more. I have 151,000. Really don't want to die. Come on. No, Torrent. This isn't good behavior. This is bad horse behavior. There you go. Cool. I don't think it's anything I want up here. Oh, is it just down there? Must be just down there. That's still not it. Okay. Oh. I mean, is that one, or is that just part of the bird's eye telescope? I think it's just part of the bird's eye telescope. But we can use this, though, and have a look. Not seeing any from this angle. Maybe... Obviously, these ruins are quite large. They cover quite a sizable chunk of terrain. I just don't want to fight more than more, so I'm being very, very skittish with where I'm exploring. If I had to guess, it would be up the back there. That's the only place I really could be, because I went all the way down that side and there's nothing there. It could also be inside one of these tower structures, as it sometimes is. So we'll have another look around and head round to the back again. You've killed a couple of them more here. And yeah, that's where we want to go down. This looks like it goes nowhere. It just, you can jump back to the beginning. Okay. Nothing in that one. That one I've already been in. Oh, I didn't get this one here. How did I forget this one? I guess I just got distracted by fighting the Zamors. Fuck's sake, man. I pushed block. A little bit worried about another one joining the fight, but hopefully we're okay. Oh, we're more than fine. We've got these guys on lock now. Yeah, I'm just a bit stupid and forgot this one here. There we go. The sooner we get this, the sooner we can get the fuck out of here. I never have to come back. Yeah, it is really dark down here actually, but Zamor Knight, Leidner? I'm gonna go with Leidner. Zamor Knight Leidner. I apologize if I butchered that, but yeah, so a new summon for summoner builds, which is really, really cool. There was a promotional image, I think. It was either a promotional image or a early video of Elden Ring or something like that. I think it was a promotional image that showed a Zamor Knight summon, and yeah, ERR brought them back. Well, not really brought them back, they weren't in the files or anything. They created them from scratch, essentially, so yeah. Though sworn by ancient oaths to a life of silence, Leidner has proven many times that words are necessarily to be a stalwart companion in war and a loyal friend in peace. So yeah, if you want to summon a Zamor, well, there you go, have fun. Quite a few good Frost Fiend legendary summons, so yeah. Let's go back to the Zamor Ruins Grace, and yeah. We've picked up a few things so we can level up now, which is nice. Yep, put a point there, and Binding Runes. How are we doing for Grafted? I think, yeah, we've got all the Grafteds we want, so we're on to Cursed Runes. Yes. We'll grab one of each, if we can. There we go. Awesome. Keep up with those, Binding Runes. And I'm just riding straight on through because I am done with that area. Some more ruins is some more done. Don't know what that means at all or why I said it, but it's a thing. And yeah, there are birds around here. We're into the bird section. God damn it, stand still. Or fly still. My god, man. The fucking cracked out birds. Jesus. And yep, I think I can hear the scarab. I forget which branch he hangs from. Can't see him up there, though. I think he's up here somewhere, if I remember correctly, hanging from a branch. Oh, no, there he is. It's almost 7. Also, we did pick up that 8. Oh, we're at 3 8s. Awesome. We can get a plus 22. We're at plus 21? Yeah. I think we'll use our bow for our stat stick, because we've got a lot of somber weapons that we want to use at the moment. Well, not really a stat stick, more like an upgrade stick, because we're using that as our thing to upgrade and get the ability to purchase 8s as soon as possible. I think that's the one criticism of the ERL system, is it punishes you for investing in too many weapons over too short of a period of time. Like, I think every single smithing stone in the mod can be farmed, except for obviously the ancients, but you can buy those after beating Elden Beast if you wanted to know, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, you can just farm them, but getting punished for trying to use multiple weapons, I think, is a little bit poor design. And I think it might be a better system if it just tracks the amount used as well. And if you reach a certain amount used, it will do it as well. So if you use 9 smithing stone once, then hey, you could purchase smithing stone once. Regardless if you use that to upgrade a weapon to plus 3, or whether or not you've upgraded a weapon, 3 weapons to plus 1. It would just keep track of that. I don't know if that's possible, but I think it would be a better system overall. Because I know about the system and how it works, and so it doesn't catch me off guard. But I could picture new players to the mod getting caught off guard by it, and not really understanding how it works and all that. Oh, there's a latent spirit spring down here. Interesting. Because I think another one of my big criticisms of the upgrade system as well is how bad mines are. I feel like mines are just they don't really have much of their purpose in ERR. Like, a lot of your smithing stone upgrades come from boss drops and exploring, not really from mines. And so I wonder if mines could have, like, I don't know, a shipping manifest or something. Like, here's some areas where we ship these particular smithing stones to. So, like, you know, oh, they shipped a bunch of smithing stone 3s out to Leonia. In these specific locations, have a look around here and the bosses might drop them, or you might find some as loot. Like, stuff like that help players find them, rather than the bell bearings, obviously. Late Night Tired Poe is apparently a really good rambler and a good source of ideas that may or may not be actually possible, but hey. Because I feel like there needs to be some kind of purpose to the mines. Particularly the ones in Caelid, which really annoy me, because the ones in Caelid, obviously, they just... Because they can be accessed so early, they have really, really poor materials in them. Which I guess also could be a lore reason as well, because obviously Caelid's in an eternal conflict against the Rot, and so I imagine resources would be kinda scarce. But at the same time, it feels really bad going through Caelid and barely upgrading. Yes, I'm still going on about Caelid, even though it's been probably 80 hours at this point, but hey. Okay. Welcome to the Suffering Camp. So, how many of you have fought a whip prelate? Okay, so none of you put your hands up. That's a very good sign. Uh, so, yeah, this is a camp. Try defeating one by one. Yeah. This is a camp, and the camp guardian, so the red-eyed, is the whip prelate. So you're gonna have a very, very tanky enemy, essentially a boss that you're not really gonna have much of an idea how to fight. So this is a very tough camp, and one that gives people a lot of trouble. And whip prelates in general are just pretty tough enemies, even once you learn them. Obviously they use the thorned whip for a weapon, so you're dealing with bleed there as well as just the damage output that they do as well. And there are also a bunch of other enemies in the area that are making your life miserable at the same time. So, yeah. I recommend grabbing the Grace there, just so that you do have that as a fallback option if you die. I say if you die, it's more like when you die. I'm going to sneak up here. And I think try and do what the message said and try and take out these ladies one by one. There's a couple of them here, so we're gonna piss off one of them, and then it'll also get the attention of the other one. I'm gonna take a bit of a beating, but that's okay. You can see what way they're facing as well. They're facing this way, so you have to be a bit careful when approaching them because, yeah. You can see that Scarab holding on for his dear life. He is a health Scarab, so you take him out and you're going to get some flasks back. So we kind of want to leave him there, just in case things go a bit awry. I think this might be a good bow opportunity here. Well, the prelate noticed. Interesting. They do have ranged attacks, but... Huh. Okay, they're not entirely stupid. But they don't exactly seem to know how to path up here, and they are very tough, as you can see by their enormous health bar. So I'm just going to bow cheese them, because they're not a boss. They're a mini-boss in a sense, but like... why take the risk? Yeah, they're trying to get out of range, and they're doing a very, very solid job of it. But, I don't think you've gone quite far enough. I think if I aim up here... Oh no, actually, probably right there. And you've made it so you can't attack me. Huh. Their fireballs can damage the other enemies. Interesting. Get fucking cheesed! Oh my god, yes! Obviously, the later we get into the game, the tougher the enemies get, and the less and less sympathy I feel about cheesing. And I think in Master Mode, using the game to your advantage and, I guess using the tools you have to your advantage and taking out an enemy from range is perfectly viable, I think. There's no rules that say that you have to take on everything via melee. I did see someone on the Discord did mention that they have done that. They died like 5,000 times in total. But that's not what I want to do. I just want to beat Master Mode. And I'll beat it by any means I have, which includes shooting prelates with arrows until they die. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, they clearly want to reward you for taking out that prelate because that's a tough cookie, but, Prize of Guilt, the full fire prelate set, and 3 lost ashes. That is a hefty reward. So Briars of Guilt, a new spell. So wounds casted to unleash a trail of flaming bloodthorns. Pierce, fire, causes blood loss, and a fire burn. Pretty good, actually. Wounds are casted with Thorns of Sin, sending a trail of flaming bloodthorns running over the ground to impale enemies from below. The sorcery can be cast repeatedly. The guilty, their eyes gouged by thorns, live in eternal darkness. There they discovered the Bloodstar. And then the Fire Prelate increases Domestication after casting Giant Flame Incantations. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You use Giant Flame Incantations, you get Domestication, it's a very tanky set. Yeah, perfectly fine. Makes perfect sense. Awesome. Oh, they dropped the Lost Ash as well. Oh my god. Right, yeah, they don't go any further because, is he moving? I think he's moving. I can't quite tell. I think if they go any closer, then they get shot by the golem. So isn't Flame Peak, like, yeah, Flame Peak's up there. You can see all the giant corpses. But that's the garrison, I believe, which is sort of where they were pointing towards. Interesting. Yeah, so we do have the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs to do, but I want to cross this bridge, take out that golem, and get the next side of Grace, just so that we don't have to deal with all those prelates. Well, all the prelates, all just those enemies again. Yep, there he goes, he's moving. Come down here for some nice cover. Have to have Torrent jump up and down and slow down and risk everything. Bloody hell, Torrent. Honestly, surprised this guy doesn't have leg guards. He feels like the type that should have leg guards. And then he'll stop that one again. Thank you, Night Rain, for the knowledge that I have of these guys' movesets. Guardian Golem level 3, let's go. Oh, he gave me some Golden Great Arrows. Pretty rare drop those, actually. Golden Rune 10,000. Let's go. few materials hugging the cliff here, so we'll grab these because I want all the materials I can get. Oh, that's the demi-humans and stuff fighting over there. Demi-humans and bats all having a nice civil war. It's fantastic. It's not really a civil war, it's just a full-blown war, I guess. Why are the bats and demi-humans fighting anyway? I don't understand. I guess maybe the bats are preying on demi-humans, and demi-humans are just like, no, and fighting back. You're a big boy. Unfortunately, it looks like I already have a big boy in the codex. So, yeah, that's number 8. Awesome. Latrina Lily. Keeping an eye out for rune pieces. They could be anywhere in this area. The further you get into the game, well, the further I get into the game, the less knowledge I have of rune piece locations, because as I play Reforged, obviously get more and more burnt out the more and more time I spend on it, so I put less and less effort into looking for them, and so my knowledge of where they are in these later areas becomes a lot less compared to those early areas where I sort of know where a bunch of them are and I get quite a few. These later areas, yeah, I lack knowledge of the exact locations of a lot of rune pieces. Obviously there's like the map on the wiki, but I try not to look at that personally just because I feel like it spoils the surprise. And I don't think rune pieces are meant to be collecting every single one of anyway. They're very much just a small bonus that you get for your build. It's not really something that you need to collect every single one. Just like a couple hundred to be able to get the special super boss at the end is more than enough. So, yeah. And you could put some more warmer clothes on, Wilson. I imagine the clothes you got that came from Caelid aren't the best for the mountaintops, but oh well.
We'd meet. What could you know? Call upon. I'm searching. I heard, indeed, the Halid tree. I'm searching. I heard.
Yeah. So there's I guess there's two characters that they really want players to find the Halid tree. Because you get both Millicent and you also get Latenna, and they both tell you about Castle Sol and the medallion. And yeah. But I guess if you don't find Latenna, then that could be... not too sure. Well, that involves finding the Obelnork village, but I think the Castle Sol one tells you about the Obelnork village? Not too sure. I'm gonna pop to Gilded Court real quick, because I haven't played in a couple days, and I had a pretty big rage moment in the Forbidden Lands, and I'm kind of curious if I've reached 1900 yet. Have we crossed the 20th century yet? 1873. And I always like to check here as well, 62%, that is perfectly fine. Yeah, so I think let's head to the Giant's Mountaintop Catacombs, and we'll end off there. I may change weapons after this area, but I think for this particular catacomb, I'm going to want some good strike weapons for the tree burial bush dogs we'll be encountering in here, which I believe there are some in here as basic enemies, so it's going to be very fun. That'll be next time, because for now, I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.